Habit stacking. Build new habits when you're busy. Welcome to Rethink Your Perspectives blog, your trusted space for helping busy professionals stop feeling busy by building the habits, focus and consistency that lead to lasting productivity without burnout. Today we're learning how habit stacking helps busy people build new habits by linking small actions to routines they already do without adding more pressure. Don't forget to join the mailing list on the website for weekly updates and powerful tools to support your growth, and we hope that you get some benefit from these posts. We would love to hear your thoughts. Don't hesitate to like, share and comment at the links at the bottom. Habit stacking. How to build new habits when you're busy. Do you ever feel like building better habits would be easier if life would just calm down for a bit? You know the habits that would help. You want to plan your day, move your body, drink more water, read more, focus better, take proper breaks, stop reacting to every notification, and finally feel more in control of your time. But then the day starts. Messages come in, work piles up, family life happens, your energy changes, someone needs something. By the time you remember the habit you were meant to build, the day is halfway gone and your brain has already moved on. That is why habit stacking can be so useful. Instead of trying to force a new routine into an already full life, habit stacking helps you to connect a new habit to something you already do. It uses your existing routines as anchors, making new habits easier to remember, easier to repeat, and easier to sustain. For busy people, this matters, because productivity is not about cramming more into your day. It's about creating small, supportive patterns that help you manage your energy, focus, and consistency in real life. How can I build new habits when I'm busy? When you're busy, the answer is rarely to add another complicated routine. Most people do not need a bigger planner, stricter schedule, or a perfectly designed morning ritual that only works on an ideal day. They need habits that fit into the life they actually have. And this is where many new habits fail. They're often too big, too vague, or too separate from everything else you already do. You tell yourself, I will start meditating every morning, but you do not decide when it will happen. You'll say, I will drink more water, but you do not connect it to anything specific. You decide, I will be more organised, but that is not a clear behaviour your brain can repeat. Habit stacking solves this by giving the new habit a clear place to live. So rather than asking, where can I find more time, you ask, what do I do already that this new habit could sit beside? And that simple shift can make a big difference. So what is habit stacking? Habit stacking is the practice of linking a new habit to an existing habit. You take something you already do regularly and use it as a trigger for the new action. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will drink a glass of water. After I make my morning drink, I will write down my top priority. After I eat lunch, I will go for a 5-minute walk. After I close my laptop, I will write tomorrow's first task. The existing habit acts like an anchor. It reminds your brain what comes next. And this is useful because the hardest part of many habits is not the habit itself, it's remembering to do it at the right moment and getting started. When the new habit is attached to something familiar, it becomes less of a separate task and more of a natural next step. The simple habit stacking formula. A simple habit stacking formula, taken from James Clear's book Atomic Habits, is after I, current habit, I will, new habit. You can also use before I, current habit, I will, new habit. For example, after I make my coffee, I will write down one priority. Before I open my emails, I will check my task list. After I finish lunch, I will step outside for 5 minutes. Before I go to bed, I will put my phone away from the bedside table. The formula works best when both parts are clear. After lunch I will read is a bit too vague. After I finish eating lunch, I will read 1 page of my book is much better. Your brain likes clarity. The more specific the habit stack, the easier it is to repeat. Why habit stacking works so well? Habit stacking works because it reduces friction. A new habit can feel difficult because your brain has not yet built a familiar pattern around it. You have to remember it, decide when to do it, motivate yourself to start, and keep repeating it long enough for it to feel normal. That takes energy. When you stack the habit onto an existing routine, you remove some of that effort. It reduces the need to remember. Busy people have enough to remember already. If your new habit relies on you randomly remembering it at some point in the day, there is a good chance it will be forgotten. Habit stacking gives the habit a trigger. Your morning drink reminds you to plan your priorities. Closing your laptop reminds you to prepare tomorrow's first task. Eating your lunch reminds you to move your body. You are no longer relying on memory alone. You are letting your existing routine do some of the work. It makes new habits feel less disruptive. One reason people resist new habits is that they feel like extra work. Even a helpful habit can feel like another demand when your day is already full. Habit stacking helps because you're not creating a completely separate routine from scratch. You are adding one small action to something that already exists. That makes the habit feel less disruptive. A 5-minute walk after lunch feels easier than I need to start an exercise routine. Writing one priority after making coffee feels easier than I need to completely organize my life. Small is not weak. Small is often what makes the habit possible. And it helps you build consistency. Consistency is where habit stacking becomes powerful. A habit does not need to be dramatic to be useful. It needs to be repeatable. If you repeat a small habit often enough, it begins to become part of the rhythm of your day. Over time, that rhythm can support bigger changes. This is especially important for productivity. Trying to be productive through willpower alone is exhausting. Trying to make every good choice from scratch is tiring. Building habits that support your day reduces that pressure. The aim is not to become perfectly organized overnight. It's to create small systems that help you show up more consistently. How habit stacking supports productivity. Productivity is often treated as though it is all about time, but time is not the only issue. You can have time available and still feel too tired to focus. You can have a detailed plan and still avoid the important task. You can have good intentions and still fall into old patterns. Habit stacking supports productivity because it helps you build habits around your energy, focus, and consistency. Habit stacking for energy. Your energy affects the way you work, think, and respond to the day. A simple energy habit stack might be, after I finish my morning drink, I will fill my water bottle. After I eat lunch, I will walk for 5 minutes. After I finish a meeting, I will stand up and stretch. After I close my laptop, I will take 3 slow breaths before moving into home mode. These habits are small, but they help you stop running on empty. You are not waiting until you're exhausted before looking after yourself. You are building tiny moments of support into your existing day. Habit stacking for focus. Focus is easier to protect when you create a clear starting point. So a focus habit stack might be, before I open my inbox, I will write down my top priority. After I sit at my desk, I will put my phone out of reach. After I make my morning drink, I will spend 10 minutes on my most important task. Before I start a focus block, I will close unnecessary tabs. These actions help your brain know where to place its attention. They are also a reminder that focus does not usually happen by accident. It is something you protect through small choices. Habit stacking for consistency. Consistency grows when helpful actions become part of your normal routine. A consistency habit stack might be, after I finish work, I will write tomorrow's first task. After I brush my teeth, I will read 1 page. After I put dinner on, I will tidy 1 small area. After I complete a task, I will add it to my done list. These habits may seem tiny, but they reinforce the identity of someone who follows through. You are not just doing the habit, you are becoming the kind of person who keeps small promises to yourself. Habit stacking examples for busy people. The best habit stacks are simple, specific, and easy to repeat. And here are a few examples you can adapt. Morning habit stacks. After I get up, I will do a short stretch or yoga session. After I make my bed, I will take 1 deep breath. After I make my morning drink, I will write down my top 3 priorities. Before I brush my teeth, I will drink a glass of water. Before I check my phone, I will ask, what matters today? A morning habit stack does not need to be long. Even 1 small action can help set the tone for the day. Workday habit stacks. After I sit at my desk, I will check my first priority. Before I open my emails, I will complete 10 minutes of focused work. After I finish a meeting, I will write down the next action. After I eat lunch, I will walk away from my screen for 5 minutes. These habits will help you move from reacting to choosing, which is essential if you want to feel less scattered. And evening habit stacks. After I close my laptop, I will write tomorrow's first task. After dinner, I will tidy 1 small area. After I brush my teeth, I will read a page of my book. Before I go to sleep, I will note 1 thing that went well today. Evening habits can help your brain close the day, reduce mental clutter, and prepare for a calmer tomorrow. So how to create your own habit stack? If you want to create your own habit stack, keep it simple. Do not try to redesign your entire day. Choose 1 existing habit and 1 new habit. So step 1. Choose an existing habit. Start with something you already do consistently. This could be brushing your teeth, making coffee, eating lunch, starting your laptop, closing your laptop, getting into the car, putting the kettle on, or even going to bed. The stronger the existing habit, the better the anchor. Do not choose something you only do occasionally. Your anchor needs to be reliable. Step 2. Add one small new habit. Choose a new habit that is small enough to repeat. If it feels too big, shrink it. Instead of exercise, choose stretch for 2 minutes. Or instead of read more, choose read 1 page. Instead of be more organized, choose write tomorrow's first task. A habit stack should feel doable, even on a normal busy day. Step 3. Be very specific. Vague habits are hard to repeat. I will drink more water is not specific enough. Before I brush my teeth, I will drink 1 glass of water is cleaner. I will plan my day could mean anything. After I make my morning drink, I will write down my top 3 priorities. Gives your brain a very clear instruction. Specificity reduces decision making, and that makes the habit easier. Step 4. Keep it small enough to repeat. It's tempting to build a long habit stack straight away. Try not to. The aim is not to create a beautiful routine that collapses under pressure. The aim is to create one small habit that actually sticks. And once that habit feels natural, you can build on it. At first, simple is enough. Humans like to see instant results. Trying to do too much too soon will feel like it's too hard and doesn't create results. Common habit stacking mistakes. Habit stacking is simple, but there are a few common mistakes to avoid. The first is choosing an anchor habit that is not reliable. If the anchor does not happen often, the new habit will not happen often either. The second is making the new habit too big. If the habit takes too much time, energy, or effort, your brain will resist it. Another mistake is being too vague. After work, I will be productive is not a habit stack. After I close my laptop, I will write tomorrow's final task is. Finally, avoid stacking too many habits at once. If you add 6 new actions onto your morning routine, it may feel exciting for a few days and then become overwhelming. Start with 1, let it settle, then build from there. So final thoughts. Build habits around the life you already have. So how can you build new habits when you're busy? You simply stop trying to force extra habits into imaginary spare time and start attaching small habits to the routines you already have. That is the power of habit stacking. It helps you build habits without relying on motivation, memory, or perfect conditions. It gives your new habit a clear place in your day. Most importantly, it makes consistency feel more realistic. Productivity is not about doing more until you burn out. It is about building patterns that help you manage your energy, focus, and consistency in a way that supports your actual life. Choose one habit you already do, add one small action before or after it. Make it clear, make it easy, repeat it. That is how progress starts to feel less forced and more natural. If this has helped you rethink how to build new habits, you can explore more articles in the Rethink Your Perspective Knowledge Centre. Join me for a free Mock Matters Wednesday productivity reset across my socials, or get in touch to find out how coaching can help you build habits that support your work, well-being and long-term goals. To your success, Jay. Rethink Your Perspective.